Oh yeah, you bet I'm willing to date this update video like milk. So at the time of me recording this, assuming you're not watching this as the video releases, or if you've noticed the next video isn't out yet and happen to find this, or you're a weirdo who watches updates in the future way after the change mentioned in the update happens, we got news that YouTube was changing how it treats channels that are quote-unquote unoriginal. They're essentially cracking down on monetization. Normally this wouldn't bother me at all, but you guys know I've been monetized for quite a while now. And I say that it actually hasn't really been that long, since at least Thanksgiving, I think. But I haven't even made it to a full year, and there's already a chance I'm going to lose it. Because, guys, I'm going to be honest, look at what 90% of this channel is. What they're aiming for is mass-produced content, a la React channels, and hopefully AI-generated content, because I have a feeling they're actually the big problem here. And the main attraction of my channel happens to at least appear to be mass-produced. So there's a very high chance, no matter what change I bring to this channel, we're losing monetization anyways, but it gives me an excuse to do this change because here's a bit of a confession. I've been wanting to scrap music swaps for quite a few months now. Simply put, they are getting really tiring to make. Like, really tiring. I love making the community music swaps because you guys pick the tracks for me. But in terms of, like, the regular music swaps, they're getting super tiring. Fun fact, I still did not plan, like, at the time of me recording this, still had no plans on what the next music swap was going to be. And it's been quite a while since the community swap for Truth or Square DS finished. So what is this big change I want to bring? Well, simply put, I love the final results that were 34 facts about the movie game and the legacy of BFBB, even if a lot of you pretty clearly didn't like the latter as opposed to that facts video. And I have a strong feeling that I'm gonna like the final product for this Truth or Square facts video I'm working on. And that's when it hit me. I've mentioned in the past that music swaps were never intended to be the main thing of this channel. It was always supposed to be stuff like the one-offs I've been making, or reviews a la Some Call Me Johnny. In fact, you guys might remember, I had reviews on this channel for a while, but I took them all down because they were bad. You can watch them in the archive if you really want to watch those. I wouldn't. But it was after working on Legacy where I realized I have a lot more confidence on making stuff like that than I did back then, so that's what this channel is primarily going to consist of from now on. After this Truth or Square facts video, it's going to be stuff like that from now on, like reviews, facts videos, probably more so reviews, or maybe even looks at the modding community, because I'm not just going to not do gameplay related stuff. I can 100% get away with that stuff in the future, just not music swaps more than likely. And because I won't have as much of a focus on making content for the channel, you know, per week, which I already am not good at doing in terms of consistency, this actually allows us to live stream more often. Meaning, yeah, I can finally do streams. Because I've mentioned before, I want to do those somewhat frequently. It's still not going to be frequently, but I can do them more. And for those upset about music swaps going the way of the dodo, don't worry, because I'm well aware that's why a lot of you are here. And I have a solution. I am still going to make the stuff I want to make in the future, this being the more analytical videos or commentaries. However, the spirit of the music swaps will live on via music mods, which I actually already do. In fact, I have quite a few of them that have been released through Discord. Well, I should probably be making them more public now, at least on YouTube, because you can actually download those without joining the server. And this also gives me an excuse to make music mods like I did back then. You know, like that Sonic Adventure music mod, or stuff like LEGO Star Wars Melodies of War, which did get remade a while ago. For those who want music swaps, don't worry, you're still getting them, but if you want to see them, you're going to have to play the games I'm swapping. On PC. On PC. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. I'm really sorry for those who liked the music swaps. I'm even more sad for people who've been waiting for requests. But hey, there's other swappers out there, and my footage is free to use. I upload all that footage that I use for the swaps here on YouTube in a playlist. And if you're in my Discord server, you actually get that stuff in higher quality, which actually leads me to my next thing. Although I am not making music swaps anymore, I am going to be making that B-roll because I use that B-roll. Hell, 97% of the background footage in Legacy of BFBB was most of that no music footage. I say most, it just was. It was all no music footage, with the exception of like some clips TLL had to find. So as for other stuff, because now that I'm not going to be uploading as much to this channel, that in turn gives me opportunities to work on other stuff. This could potentially mean I can work on the Community Cut update faster, as well as focus more on modding, or probably things some of you might be more interested in, focusing on Music Eliminator, because holy shit, I've basically abandoned that channel like 5 million times now. And I don't have to worry about spamming on there because that channel's not monetized. I should be able to work on that more. Like I've said in the past, there's other games I want to do extensions of other than what I've already uploaded. And as for other YouTube related matters, I do have a third channel that I'm wanting to make. I will have more info on that when the time comes, because right now the channel itself hasn't even been made. So that being said, I think that wraps up this update. Again, I'm really sorry for those who have pretty much stuck to this channel exclusively for the swaps. I hope for the people who have been around for so long, I hope you guys continue to stay. As for the conditions of the channel itself, I will have more info when the time comes. I may even have info in that upcoming Truth or Square Facts video, who knows. So that being said, this has been the Koopa Eliminator. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. Take care.